My dear students, today I narrate to you the short story The Gold Watch, written by PONJIKKARA RAPHY. This story is about a man who worked in a factory. His name was Shanku. His salary was a mere pittance, a very small amount of money. It was just 1 rupee a day. He had a wife and 2 children in his family. He was head and ears in debt. He was not able to make both ends meet. He borrowed from many shopkeepers. He owed them money. Total debt was about 22 rupees and 13 paisa. But what he got as his pay was only 13 rupees for 13 days. This little amount of money was not enough to pay the debts. His creditors called him names, they insulted him, they mocked him. He wanted to pay the debts, but he was not able to do it. And so he was forced to think of a way out. He had seen a gold watch on the table of the engineer of the factory. The gold watch was placed on a table in the office near the window. Usually, the window remained half closed, and Shanku had been thinking for the past many days of stealing this gold watch so that he might sell this gold watch, which could bring him about 22 rupees or even 15 rupees. His purpose was to pay off the debts and to live in peace. But he had been terribly afraid. His heart would begin beat faster when he thought of committing the theft. And that is why every time he attempted to steal the gold watch from the factory office, he refrained from doing it out of fear. But this thought of stealing the watch had been going on in his mind for the past many days. As a result of this thought, he had not been able to sleep properly. But one night, when he had been thinking for a very long time, far into the night, he took a decision. He took a final decision to steal the gold watch the next day. At 1 o'clock, the bell rang for the interview, and everyone went home or to hotels or to shops for lunch, and the engineer of the factory also went out of his office. And now Shanku thought that it was the best time to steal the gold watch from there. He looked around, nobody was there. He walked towards the window, stretched out his hand into the window and picked up the gold watch from there and put it into his pocket. He walked back from the window, but at this very time he saw a man coming along the corridor, and Shanku thought that this man must have seen him stealing the gold watch. So now Shanku became terribly afraid, and he got so much frightened that now he would be caught, the matter of theft would be reported to the watchman, and that the engineer of the factory would rebuke him, and he would be dismissed from service, and everybody would call him thief, thief, thief. And therefore, out of these feelings of fear, anxiety, he once again walked towards the office window, took out the gold watch from his pocket and put his hand into the window and placed the gold watch back on the same table. And in this way, Shanku's problems remained unsolved. He remembered his home and his unpaid debts. He moved back from there, and with bent head, he walked home with his problems unsolved. This is the end of the story.